welcome to a new video. I am filming in a slightly different location than usual. It is currently 4 in the morning because I was supposed to work last night, but I got put on standby, which basically means they'll only call you in if if they need you. So it's 4 in the morning, so everyone else is asleep. So I'm out here in the farthest room from the bedrooms, so I don't wake anyone up. Anyway, I'm back at it with another one take wrap up, this time for August. This is actually take 2. I started filming and then my phone freaked out. I didn't get very far though, so it's okay. If you've never seen these videos on my channel before, every month I do one take wrap-ups where I tell you everything that I read in the month, but I do it in one take so I don't have to edit it because I hate editing. So let's just go ahead and get into what I read in August. So first I have my laptop here with Goodreads open. I read Falling for Your Best Friend by Emma St. Clair. I listened to the audiobook. I really enjoyed this one. I definitely want to pick up more books by this author in the future because she wrote the representation in this book so well. I really enjoyed getting to see her interpretation of the heroine's character. She wrote about the main character had to discover throughout the book that she was on the spectrum, and it was just written in a really good way. I liked the way it was written. I liked the character. I related a lot to the character with her anxiety and everything as well, and so I just really liked her. Do I remember her name? No, but that's not important. And then it had one of my other favorite tropes in that the hero falls first. So the hero has basically known that he has loved this girl and her family for so long, but they had like one bad date in college and then never really talked about it again, and they've just been friends all this time. And the main character, she really struggles with like physical intimacy, like even like hugs, hand holding, all of that. She really struggles with it as part of what leads her to discover she's on the spectrum, because that is a trait that is possible. And seeing that journey of them finding a balance was just so fun. If I'm remembering correctly, this is a closed door romance, so if that's something that you prefer, just so you know that. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure. So yeah, overall, really liked it. Will for sure be picking up more books by Emma St. Clair. I gave that a 5 stars. Next, I read Ace of Spades by Farida. I'm sorry, I didn't look up how to pronounce the name, and I'm not even gonna mess it up. I will look up how to say it though, so I know for future reference. But this book, let me just say, this is one of my top books of the year. It was so good. It was so terrifying and horrifying, but I just loved the story so much. And I didn't even like always love the characters. Sometimes the main girl, again, I don't remember any characters' names, it's a problem, but sometimes the girl character really got on my nerves, just the way she viewed the world. I didn't really understand why she cared so much about status in high school. Like, I wonder if there's actually people out there that act like that. Like, are there people who care that much about how they are viewed in high school? Because that was not me, but I don't know. Either way, in the end, I did end up liking her as a character. But the mystery aspect of the story and the way that it built up till the end was just absolutely insane. And the twists, like I saw the motivation for the twists coming, but I didn't see the actual like answer to the mystery. Like, I did not see that coming, and it was absolutely terrifying, but so well written. And my favorite part is the flash forward, seeing the characters when they're grown up. That was by far my favorite part, but it was just insane. I loved it. 5 stars. Definitely want to pick up more mysteries soon. So next, I read a cute little novella, When She Was Naughty by Tessa Dare. It was a Christmas novella, and yeah, I realize it's August, but I wanted to read this novella. It was a pretty cute story. I liked the characters. It was a historical romance novella, which I don't know if I've ever read before. I think I've read one other one that I think also was by Tessa Dare. But this one was just a sweet little story, kind of a Pride and Prejudice situation, because she assumed that this guy hated her because of the way he acted, but he thought he was making it so obvious about how much he liked her that he was making a fool of himself. So it was very much a communication type of thing. And then the way that they come together in the end was just really, really sweet. I liked it. You can't go wrong with Tessa Dare. Let's just be real. I gave it a 5 stars. I had fun. Next, another one of these books that will probably make like my top favorites of the year. Spoiler alert, by Olivia Dade. I enjoyed this book so much. It follows again, characters I don't remember the name of, but the heroine is a fan fiction writer of a show that is basically Game of Thrones, but it's not Game of Thrones, that kind of thing. It's Game of Thrones, but inspired by Greek mythology. And she writes fan fiction for especially her favorite ship in the show, and she's so passionate about it. And they've kind of heard that this last season is gonna go off the rails and not be as well written, and like the writing has gone progressively down, especially compared to the books, blah blah blah. And she has this really close friend in the fanfiction forum that she is in and helped created. But what she does not know is that this fanfiction friend is the star of the show, which is just, I love that premise so much. I don't always love non-famous plus famous romance books, but you throw in a fanfiction trope in there, I'm sold. Let's do it. And I love this book so much. I had read an Olivia Dade in the past, and it was okay. I read it a couple months ago. It was the teacher one, but this one, I'm so excited. I will hopefully be picking up the second one semi soon. I'm kind of on a book buying ban now. But this book, I loved it so much. I loved the romance. I loved the communication. I loved how much the hero loved her and how much she loved him. Like, it was so good. And the only parts that were a little bit boring is he spent a lot of time thinking about his character and like writing about like what was going on the show, and I never understood the plot of the show, if I'm being completely honest with you. There was a lot of references to Greek mythology that I just didn't understand, but other than that, absolutely loved the book. 5 out of 5 stars, one of my top of the year. So next, I read Knocked Up Cinderella by Julie Hammerly. This is a fun little surprise pregnancy romance book I read on KU. It is about, again, characters I don't know the name of, but she is a principal of a school. He is like a socialite. He owned a company. I don't remember what it was for, security or business acquisition or something really boring like that. But they have a one-night stand. She just got out of a long-term relationship. She decides she's just gonna have fun for the next year, not do any relationships, because in her whole life she's just jumped from boyfriend to boyfriend, and she's like, I'm done. And then they have their one night together and she ends up pregnant, and so she tells him, and they kind of have to adjust their worldview, learn to get along with each other, and not only build a relationship, but build that foundation to eventually co-parent. And I really liked it. It was really cute. I thought the characters were so funny. Definitely not a closed door. It was pretty, I would say like 2.5 fire emojis out of 5. But I had a lot of fun. I loved the characters. I thought it was just the cutest story. And you know me, you just can't go wrong with a surprise pregnancy trope for me, which is going to be my next recommendation video, by the way. So next, the 2 books I ended the month with are the Twilight graphic novels, Volume 1 and Volume 2. I found these at Half Price Books. and I paid too much for them, but they are very rare at this point. I want to say there was like only 300,000 copies or something printed of these books, which in terms of, like, when you compare it to Twilight, like, if I'm remembering the numbers correctly, like, it's much, much less. So I caved and I bought them. And then I tried to figure out, I don't think they ever went past Twilight. I don't know if they did New Moon. I'm not really sure. I think the two Twilight ones are the only ones they ever did. Obviously, it was Twilight. I loved it. 5 out of 5 stars for both of them. I had a lot of fun. The like anime manga art style was not really my vibe. But these books were these would have came out in 2010. So that was very in at that time, and I think Stephanie Meyer really liked that art style, and it's a very similar, if not the same artist as the illustrated guide that has all the character pages. So but those are the 2 books that complete my Twilight collection. I don't think there's anything else. I have the original paperbacks, I have the original hardbacks, I have the white hardbacks, I have Midnight Sun. I guess I don't have the paperback of Midnight Sun. I have the Twilight director's guide from the first movie. I have the illustrated guide. I have the Short Life of Bree Tanner. And then now I have the 2 illustrated graphic novels. And then I guess the only thing I don't have is the new covers that they did. And I'm not gonna get those. Oh, and I have Life and Death. So I think that's literally my, like, everything you can get book-wise in English, unless you wanted to go get other languages. But yeah, that's my reading month. I read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books. Not too bad, not too shabby. I am at 74 now for the year. I'm still ahead of schedule, so I'm happy about that. I feel like I talked a lot this time, so I'm gonna close this out. I upload videos every Sunday, all booktube content, at least for the most part. These wrap-up videos I kind of will just post whenever I can get around to filming them. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. If you read a book in August that you liked, let me know about it. My brain just kind of goes blank after talking for this long, so I'm going to sign off, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!